Traders, I want to show you a bearish butterfly that's set up on the 30-minute chart. This is the pound US dollar that we're looking at the moment, and this is a daily chart that we currently have up. And once again, you want to look at the larger swings, okay, and you want to find higher time frame key areas of support and resistance. That's where all these patterns that we've gone over are found, okay. Well, where I look for them anyway. They're found all over the place, but if they're not found in a key area of higher time frame support resistance, then I'm just not interested in it. Okay, so having a look at this swing down, if we take our Fibonacci tool and we draw it from the very high down to the very low, okay, you can see price rallied, came up to the 79%, and dropped, found an area of support, and then rallied, taking out these highs, and then it's come up to this 886 area. If we just mark this off, well, it's just sort of short of the 886. This area right here, you see how price has held in the past, okay, and here again, these are zones. You can fine tune them, but I'll show you. This is a big zone on the daily chart. You see here support, resistance, resistance, support, support. See, it rallies, comes back, tests resistance, big drop out of there, okay, and here again, bit of support. So have a look at this area, and then also just have a look at, you see this area here. Let's just put a vertical line on the chart. I want to show you where price really released. You see this big move down from there. Just have a look at this area on a 4-hour chart. So here again, this is like fine tuning the support resistance area. You see this area here where I've put that vertical line. You see this order block here. We have price sitting in this consolidation, then we see this big move down, okay, right on top of that 886 area. This area here is very, very key. Okay, now you could look to even trade this just on a limit order with a little stop sort of above the high here if you wanted to. Here again, we're looking at trading these with patterns. Okay, so we just move this forward. Let's just go back. Yeah, actually, let's just find that level. So there's the level right there, and once again, you can highlight this area on your chart, and you can look for possible patterns that set up in and around this area. Okay, so we now move over to the smaller time frame. I'm just going to get rid of that eclipse. Move over to the, it's actually set up on a 30-minute chart. You can see prices, it's come up, rallied, dropped, rallied, dropped, rallied, and retraced. So we know that we've got a key area of resistance up here. Okay, it's just a matter of looking for a possible pattern. Now, if we draw a Fibonacci retracement from this high down to this low, you can see price rallied up just past the 79 level, and then it started to retrace. Okay, so when that happens, you want to start thinking about the possibility of a bearish butterfly pattern. Okay, remember the patterns that went over. Each pattern has different characteristics determined by the actual Fib retracement. So this one's come through about 6 pips. Okay, the swing on this is what, about 6, let's call it 70. Yeah, 70 pips swing. So it's quite a big swing. So we know the closer price hits that 79 level, the closer your extensions or projections are going to be. You see up here, there's a 127, there's a 1618. Now it's sort of moving towards the extreme range. Ideally, don't really like to move it past the 10 pip mark, but 9 pips, you know, in terms of confluence and at this very higher time frame key level from the daily chart is not too bad. We also have a look at the possible risk on this. Let's just move this down here. So there's 652, 65, yeah, so 653 is the actual number. What I want to do is I want to put it, I'll put an entry a couple pips below, and then the stop loss will go above the 1618 area. So let's call it 30 pips of risk around here. If we enter around the 50 mark with a stop around the 80 area, that'll include the spread actually we can maybe, yeah, you know, that should be alright. So let's just go to our platform quickly. We'll just step this forward a little bit. You can see prices starting to break up like this. As long as it doesn't take out this low here, okay, the pattern is still valid. So if we go to our platform and we now go new pending order, we'll sell limit and we'll put an order in at 1.60550, okay, and a stop loss we'll put at 6080, so we can give about 30 pips of risk on the trade. Okay, remember this is a key daily chart, so 30 pip stop is not heavy in terms of an actual stop loss. Here again, using a pattern at a higher time frame key level. Targets I'm going to leave open for now and see how price reacts to the area if it gets up there. Let's follow price. Okay, so now price has rallied, has popped this level, and we want to see what happens from here. Okay, here again, this is the first area. See the resistance. You want to see price close back below that level if we're going to head lower. So we move higher here a little bit. Okay, so we're coming down, testing support. Watch this area, looks a bit heavy at the moment. Okay, the buyers coming in there. Just watch this area and just see it stays below here. We're still good on the trade. A close below, you see this base forming here. Close below that area is what we're looking for now. Okay, so there's a bit of a close, not major in terms of size. Okay, the bigger the close the better, but it's still valid. This little block here we want to see cleared as well. Let's follow along. Okay, so we're running through this area here. See how it breaks, it comes back, retests on that next candle, retesting this candle right here. Now it's starting to move lower. You want to watch this block here. You see this rally here, this big spike down, that's filling orders in this block, okay? So the likelihood of this block now holding, in terms of price rallying out of there, because price is pulled back with this wick, it's picking up more orders in this block, okay? So price, we may see a bounce here, but probably going to see it sort of move a bit deeper here. And here again, you see this area here, these lows. Price has been back to this area a good few times, so orders have been eaten away here. You see, sort of just eating in here. So we could definitely see, even you see this block here. Watch this area very closely, and we can also have a look at hourly chart. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of these fibs quickly. So there's the hourly chart. You see this block here, this candle's pulled right back in, just taking some orders out there. Okay, so it's not that important to me. We get a bounce there, but nevertheless, you see here we filled this block already. Okay, so it's filling back on this order block here. We've got this area down here that we marked. That area is definitely a level I want to pay close attention to. And then obviously this area here. Also, just have a look at that 4-hour chart. Where are we in terms of levels? Well, see this area here, we've tapped back into this block here, so some orders have been taken out here. This area here is pretty good. You've seen here we've got resistance, support, and then resistance again. So that area is definitely something I want to pay very close attention to. And I think in terms of targets, be about 120 pips, somewhere around there. Just have a look at these swings here in terms of fibs. It's nothing really lining up. These swings, this swing here. With the 62 level, you see the 38 also, like it, you see some probably bids come up there a little bit. So 38 and then the 62. I'm going to target that 62 area. It looks like a pretty good area to look at. If we just take profit 59, I'm going to go around 30. Let's go 33. Okay, so we'll add the spread in. So just above that level, we want to look at taking profits. Remember, we've sold here. In order to actually get rid of our position, we need to buy back. Okay, so we want to buy back before the buyers that have actually placed orders around these areas. All right. So we just move back to that 30-minute. Actually, I like to manage the trade more than hourly chart myself. But if you want to micromanage, that's also fine. You see this close below this little candle here. Okay, last bullish candle. That's the bulls trapped there. Comes back, they bail on their position. Sellers come in. So we want to watch this area now. Okay, and then this area here. And then our target over here on the 4 hour. So we just move forward. See, it comes down to this area here. Bounce. You want to see this area hold. Can definitely move our stop to break even here. We've had a nice little bounce. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get some risk out of there. Move stop to break even. See, price comes up, testing here at resistance. Okay, you want to see this area hold now. See some sellers coming in now. Now you want to see this level cleared. We've got a base here. We want to see that area cleared out. Okay, you want to see a close below there. Starting to move back up to this area and drifting. Like to have seen some decent selling pressure in here, but this is what you've got to be careful with. You know, you're up like 50 odd pips, came back, test the support here. You want to be cautious because the price likes to drop and then retrace again and then take another leg down or get in alignment with that break. Okay, so we want to just keep an eye on this trend line now. Trade's starting to look a little bit on the bullish side here. See, it's holding above this area. Now we're starting to see a bit of a release here. So it comes down, test this area of support and that trend line. Okay, now we're starting to break down. We want to reference this candle here because this can keep us in the trade. So it comes back, test the back end of the trend line. And this area now acting as resistance. See this last block here? Okay, so it taps deeper into this, but you see this last block here? Taps that block. Now we start to break down. We've cleared this area here, so I'm still eyeing out this area, but I think in terms of targets, the main problematic area for me would be this area here, and then our target area, okay? So let's just follow along now. You see we've got this area here protecting us. We want to see sellers step in here again. Nice release of this candle. Nice bit of rejection. Okay, bang. So there's the seller stepping in again. You see they reference that last block. Now we're starting to move down. We're clearing into this area here. And we're now having a run at the lows. So we want to see this block now hold. Okay, a little pop up. Candle close again. See it comes into this area on the left. So we're currently up about 87 pips. You can stop moving or stop down, and you see this block here. I want this block to protect us, so I'm going to move the stop just above. You see this swing high here? We've got this block here. I'm going to move the stop to about 59.98. Okay, let me just modify that. You can add your fibs onto this if you want to, from the high down to the low. Just see where those reference points are. You see the 38 level there? So we're just above that, so we've got a bit of a buffer in terms of protection, okay? If the buyers start coming in. You see this area here, this block? Okay, that's where we're looking for possible bids coming in. See the bounce there? Okay, so that could definitely be a place to take profits. We're looking deeper here. Just follow, bang. Okay, so there's a nice release, takes the profit on that full. You see that one, the 618 area. Okay, nice release down. And if I just clear this up, we just have a look at that 4-hour chart. Okay, I like to reference the different time frames as well. Okay, so there's the release, comes down, breaks through, a little bit of a bounce. Okay, you see this area, this base resistance, you close below that level. That's what you want to see. This candle here, that's very, very bearish. Okay, very good indication that we can see another leg down, and you can see price moving back down into this block here. I'm bouncing. Have a look at the actual trade outcome there. So we made 117 pips on the trade for a initial risk of 30 pips.